The course is called The Black Lives Matter Uprisings of 2020, Revolutionary Violence versus Revolutionary Nonviolence. The course focuses upon the Black Lives Matter uprisings, especially as they erupted across the summer of 2020, but also in the broader context of the movement for Black Lives as it emerged in the wake of the killing of Trayvon Martin in 2013 and into the present moment. We look at this comparatively with the civil rights movement and the Black Power movement of the 1960s and 70s. It's fairly evident that the Black Lives Matter uprisings are responding to some very deep but also very present forms of racial injustice, but also economic and class-oriented injustice, which is still very much with us in our society. They're not unconnected to those forms of injustice, racial injustice that existed, which the civil rights movement was responding to, but in many ways they're different as well. So the comparison and the contrast and examining different strategies and approaches to activism and movement, social movement building to try to change those forms of injustice is not just of historical interest, but it's urgent in the present moment. I hope for students to come away with concrete ideas, strategies, and a sense of what they can do to participate in the democratic social transformation of our present-day society for purposes of justice and racial equality. What I love most about this course is a way that it both challenges students but hopefully also inspires them, right? So that at some point in the semester, everyone who participates will find themselves a little uncomfortable, challenged, surprised, a little out of their comfort zone. But also that through the process of working through this experience together, by sitting together over these texts and films, that we also produce a sense of, again, hope and a kind of sense of inspiration that things can be different than they are and that we can have part in that. And so I would encourage anyone who has an interest in the subject matter or the time period or the various approaches of the class to reach out and contact me.